Hello everyone, today we are just gonna honestly just gonna do a little fun tier list. Honestly, I've been playing Monster Hunter a lot. I think on my Steam I clocked at about 90.5 hours so far, and I think in game it's around 80 something hours. Apparently, my HR it's 150 now, I believe. To be honest, this is the first Monster Hunter game I played since Monster Hunter 2 and Monster Hunter 2G. I think in the English version it's called Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. It was on the PSP, and since I think after that I didn't get to play Monster Hunter 3, and since the rest of it is on Nintendo, so I didn't get into it. So I kind of forgot about Monster Hunter for a while, and until this game came up. The thing is, a lot of my friends playing Monster Hunter World, and they say they're gonna play with me, but in the end, I'm just the one mainly playing. A lot has changed since then. Like back in PSP era, I was playing mainly Longsword, but now, because I've been playing a lot more Souls games and games like that, I love parries. And Lance just speaks to me, so I am a Lance main, and it's such a good time. So this list is not the strongest monsters or the strongest enemies or any of the strongest or anything like that. This is a list for which monsters are fun to parry, and I think this is gonna be really nice. And I think this can be pretty funny. I'm pretty sure that like the strengths of monsters is gonna be a little bit different from whether they're fun to parry or not. So let's get to it. First one up, Juricon, the monkey boy, the flame monkey. Honestly, I think he's a solid, I want to say B. The reason for that is he got a few moves that's really fun to parry. One is the when he spins on the ground like a Beyblade, and then he jump up into doing slam. That one was really satisfying to parry with a with charge counter or a power guard, because I believe that move instantly charged up to power guard to stage 3, and it was very satisfying, especially when you can get like the perfect charge parry, the charge counter. Oh my god, that feeling! And he got a better move that's like a pretty good, pretty decent. He got mostly some punching moves are pretty easy to read, and the other one, it's he dropped to the ground and then starts sliding forward towards you. That one's okay. That one sometimes caught me off guard because I think when I first fight this guy, wasn't expecting the sliding, so there was he was another hit before that, so basically parry the first hit, but I kind of missed the rest of it. But overall, I think it's a pretty decent fight. I mean, I think he set a benchmark for how fun a parry can be, so I'm thinking about between B or C. Let's put him in B first. Let's see, Guardian Fogger Anjanas. Oh my god, hopefully I pronounced this right. This guy I don't really fight that many times. To me, he's kind of annoying to parry, kind of annoying to like counter and do anything like that, because a lot of his hits has a double hit after that, and a lot of his hits like a lot of ground effect. He just shooting lightnings everywhere, so it wasn't. I didn't really have a fun time fighting this guy. He got some nice moves. That's, you got your. I think the best example would be his charge forward. He charged forward and then he just leave a bunch of things on the ground. It's just like you don't really have a chance to fight back a lot. So it wasn't really much of a fun time to parry. And I really find him a lot because, honestly, mainly because this guy, I didn't really have anything that I really want. So I put him in D. Arcville's S. There's no doubt about it. Arcville, I think Arcville's moves are really epic once you get the counter right. Arcville got so many good moves that once you counter, you feel like that satisfaction. You feel that itch been ticked, and it feels really good. And I think his best moves that I feel really satisfying of counter is probably his giant chain whips. When he's doing the three whip combos, he's doing whip, and then 2 whips slam down. That one's really fun to parry. And since I've been studying like those speedrunners, how they doing lances, and the roars once I figure out the timing for those, especially the in Rage War, especially the one that's slow activation, where his chains start rattling around, become red. Oh my god, once I learned how to parry that, it feels so good. It feels so good to be able to parry that. Once I got the timing right, it's about like 3, I count to 3 after I parry. Oh my god, it feels so satisfying. And a lot of these moves are very easy to read, but there's very big moves. They're those like moves that you feel epic once you block it, or even just simply blocking feels really good. And just I think the only move that's I didn't really like was the tail. The tail was a little bit fast. Unless you anticipating the tail beforehand, you're doing the mid thrust into a guard. A lot of times they tend to be too late for you to guard that, for you even to counter that. So that's only one move that I didn't really like. I always miss the timing for that, but rest of it, oh my god, it feels so good. I have runs where I didn't get hit a single time, and I just keep charge counter. I didn't even do perfect guard. I just do charge counter because it just felt good. It just felt good. And I think Guardian arc was almost the same, except for some like ground explosion, but isn't that much. And I think I'll put normal arc ahead of him, just because his moves are just feels better, and especially a lot of the environment he's in, it just felt better. And I didn't really like the some of the ground effect when tempered arc will start to dropping, but it's okay. Valhalla is okay. I mean, honestly, compared to some of the Monster Hunter 2 one, the one that swim in the sand, he's actually a lot better. He doesn't stay in the sand for too long, where you have to use like the sound balls to drag him out. But other than that, I think that's pretty fun. And I think the only satisfying thing to parry was his okay, there's two moves that's really fun to parry for him. I'll put him in B first. There are 2 moves that are really satisfying to parry. One is the tail drill, where he like shrink up his tail and start launching at you. That one was really satisfying to parry. The second one was his the mud spray from his mouse, where you can actually guard into it and then you charge into his mouse and do a shield bash. Well, that one was really cool. That one was really cinematic, where you have the entire camera pan behind you. That was really nice. We got Blanganga. Blanganga is this one just nostalgic. It's from PS2. It's from the PSP game as well. I'm not sure if it happened in PS2, but this is a very interesting one in PSP. I put him in D because it doesn't really have any moves that's like feel good to parry, and a lot of it is just that he's just a bunch of ads. When you have like so many ads, it sometimes interrupts your charge counter, which doesn't feel that good. I think like just normal guardians is enough, and he's not very hard to kill anyway, so there isn't really much to do. But he does have a nostalgic point, so I don't really mind him, so I think he's okay. Chupacabra is... Did I say Chupacabra? I mean Chatacabra. Chatacabra is another one of those like... I think it's decent. There isn't really much of a move on him, and I think the only annoying part is that some of his fist slams, it slams behind you when you're getting too close, and your guardian may not guard completely, especially using charge counter. That's the only annoying part. So you have to... Spacing for this guy is very important, even though he's not very hard, but spacing is also very important. It's just that there isn't like that many moves have it. It's not annoying like these two, or this one just... I think C will be like not satisfying. I think D I'll put like a more annoying. I think this guy's just more annoying. C is just not very satisfying. I think these two belongs together in terms of not really annoying. It's more like they're not entirely satisfying to do. So it's just that, okay, there you have it, kinda. Let's see, Congalala. Congalala is a very classic one, also in PSP, and I felt surprised they put him here as well. Honestly I thought like every single Monster Hunter game after that, because I didn't play all the other Monster Hunters, I thought they always had like a new enemies, but this time they put like a lot of these older ones, which is actually really surprising. Congalala, honestly, I don't remember. Was Congalala? Okay, the Congalala in PS2 was really was kind of weird. I think the PS2 one also throws his shit at you. I'm not sure. I don't. Okay, maybe I have to go back to PS2 and check it out. But I actually remember he used to throw shit at you, which is now he just farts and burps at you, so it's a lot better. Doesn't really have much moves like that's satisfying besides the belly flop, and I think he's the top of C. There isn't like much of a cinematic or something that's like just make me excited just to parry him, but I think the belly flop was the only thing that's worth it. Other than that, it's okay. It's okay. Let's see. We have Dashguma. Okay. Oh my god, I'm trying to pronounce all these names. Dashguma. I think he's pretty good. This guy felt like fighting a bear, right? Because of a size difference. It actually felt really good. This one felt really good. Some of those moves, I didn't fight him a lot, but I think I spent most of the time finding Arkville, and he didn't really drop anything that I need. But he felt really good, especially during the power clash, where he's like clawing at your shield and then you try to defend it. That was epic. That was super epic. A lot of these power clashes, like there's some really epic ones. I think he's one of the more cinematic ones. I think I like the power clash for this guy more than Arkville, but Arkville got more moves. That's really satisfying. He got some really strong moves as well, like one of his floor tipping, like the floor flip. The floor flip move was really strong, and I think that's one shot. But oh my god, that one's also really good to just. It was just really good to guard against, and I think he's a lot of like really good, like powerful moves. I think in terms of parry, how parry felt good or not, it really depends on whether the move felt powerful from the enemies as well. And when you're able to perfect counter like a powerful move, that felt good. It just felt so good. Okay. And I think he belongs in A. He was really good. He was really powerful. And especially his design. His design was crazy. It looks like a bulldog combined with a giant bear, right? That's what I think. He's like his face like so squished, but his body's like massive. It's crazy. And I think this guy belongs there. And definitely I like all the normal variants more than the temper ones. I think mostly because the temper one have like leaving stuff on the ground, which is I don't really like. I will say this though. I'll say this, Gore Magala. Gore Magala is actually not that fun. And the reason for that being, it's hard to see. I think the main reason is because it's a cloak. Well, not the cloak, I mean the wings. The wings for Gore Magala, it kind of blocks the vision and making its attack really hard to figure out, right? Especially when as a lance you try to stick close to it because you gotta jab, right? You gotta keep jabbing, and when you jab him at an angle, his wings start to block your camera and it's just so messy. It's just really messy, and there are some really fun moves. Also, he moves a lot, and then making it kind of hard to have that head-to-head satisfaction. Hard to see, and moves a lot, but he also got some really powerful moves. He got some full body slams at you, and then he got these the black stuff that shoots at you. Those are really nice. But he got some pretty powerful moves. It's just hard to see. It's just so hard to see. I don't know if anyone else got that issue or just me, because I've seen some gunlands speedruns that can kill this guy really fast, but I don't know why. When I'm playing Lance, I'm just having trouble figuring this guy out. Maybe I could put him in D. I think he belongs in D because he just annoys me. And the cloak just. I think the main thing is his wings. The wing and the cloak. It's just so hard to make his attack hard to see. Let's see. Gravio's really fun. Until you can break his belly shield, until he's break his belly armor, and that can get annoying, but there's just one move that I really love from him that I like to parry. Not really parry, but guard. That is laser. Gravio laser make it seem like you're fighting a kaiju. You just having shield, those lasers bouncing on your shield, and then you just charge at them, and that was epic. Super epic, super fun. And the rest of the moves, I think it's okay. He got some slams, he got some like, I think most of it just like he tried to spray from his belly like a poison and fire. Honestly, those can be parried as well. So except for the poison one, poison is a poison, but you can parry the damage, which is also kind of pretty fun. And I think his tail swings a little bit too high to parry unless you're sticking really close to him. So, but I put him here. Actually, maybe after Dark Shaman. I put him here because mainly reason for the laser. I think that move was so epic, and due to his size, I make him a lot better to fight than these two. So that's why I had a fun time. I didn't need to farm this guy a lot, so I still had a really fun time. It's actually really fun. Right. It's really fun. Gypseros. Yeah. The fun part about him is the flash. I think the one thing that I really love to counter, or to either counter or to parry, was actually the flash. It's really easy because it's at a rhythm, right? He's doing like 1, 2, and then 3. Especially his moves are really telegraphed. Before he flash, he is like jump up, opens the wings at that moment, and then you guard. You can perfectly counter that. And I don't know why, it's just a fun little guy. I think in terms of epicness, probably after that, but the flash was easy. It's really fun to counter, and his tails. He does this like a giant tail slam, and that was really fun to counter. Actually, maybe I'm moving to B. I think these three are the same level of epicness. I think this guy, the laser just kind of took him up a notch for me at least, and I think he belongs in B here. That's pretty good, because all of these guys have like these one particular moves or few moves that making them really fun. But these guys are epic. This guy annoys me. Nothing to say because he just kept floating around. There isn't really much to guard besides his like little tail sweep. And then sometimes he's like when he was on the ground, he's doing like these slithering charging at you, like this. But it was okay. It was okay. This might be a hot take, but Jin the Hutt is actually a B for me. I would say, yeah, I think B. Like the top of B should be pretty fair. The main reason for that is that a lot of time I felt like he just like, kind of ignores you. You kind of felt insignificant fighting him, right? Because I kept just poking his feet, poking his feet, and then once he fell down, you poke his back. The thing is, I never felt like at one point he's actually focusing me. I don't know why. I feel like a lot of time he's just like fighting by himself, and I was just a little, I was just an ant poking at him. I didn't feel that power clash. I didn't feel that power. I didn't feel that like I had the power to overcome him. Even though, you know, I mean, still, you know, you're fighting him, and doing all that kind of stuff. But a lot of times you just feel like you're kind of insignificant. Right? I mean, there are still like some pretty good moves that you can block. To parry, for example, his ice spray when he's doing his mouse charge and stuff like that, and then his he got a few tail attacks, but a lot of it is just like his little back feet and there's just a kickback, and that's it. So it just doesn't feel good. It wasn't an epic fight, it was an epic monster. If it just monster wise, design wise, and everything wise, he'll probably be A or S or A. But if just like purely based on parrying, I'll put him in B, because you can still parry the spray and you can still charge at them. And I think a lot of moves are telegraphed too. So I think in terms of epicness, there's still some epic things to it, but it just doesn't feel as good as Gravios at least. And to be honest, if they can make power guard, I'm not sure. Okay, I never tried it with guard up. With power guard, can that actually guard against his one shot? But if that actually works, just using power guard to just guard his one shot, then that will make him an A. But right now, I haven't tried it yet. I don't think it works. But that will make him a B. And this guy Sensei doesn't appear all the time, so it's kind of, it'll be making it hard to fight him all the time. But yeah, I think he's a B. I think he's a B. He's pretty good. Got like some gimmicks into it, so that can be fun. So, Lullabarina's moves are beautiful, like his name suggested, like a real ballerina. But too bad, doesn't really have much moves that's making her interesting to counter. The only moves that's fun to counter was the tail needle. When she was turning around, open the flower and then jab at you. That move was really fast, so you actually had to anticipate it, and sometimes it does it twice. So you kind of have to guess. I think you have to guess when she would do it twice. I don't know why I call it. I think I don't know why I call it a she, but I think Valerian is a girl, and just got that feeling, right? I think it's a female spider, and other than that, there isn't really much. You can actually perfect guard those like little flowers that are falling on top of you, which is it's okay. But the only thing that's fun to parry was the needle, and that wasn't entirely satisfying. I think like a lot of Marina's moves are very kind of like mechanical, right? He got like very sudden moves, really mechanical like, and design-wise, super cool design, but not very fun to parry. I think that's the new one, which I'm not gonna go. I don't even know which one's called. This one's called Narcilla, I think. Narcilla? Don't even remember. And his front claws, like when you're fighting him at lower level, you don't have the sharpness to actually dig through his front claws. You actually get bounced back, and not very fun. I think more fun than these guys. Not really fun, not very memorable. I didn't fight him a lot, so I don't really remember. New Ultra. New Ultra is okay. I think New Ultra. I'll put New Ultra over here. New Ultra got some really cool. New Ultra mostly just launching fireballs at you, like a volcano eruption kind of a move. But there's one move that's really fun to parry, and that is when New Ultra open up his whole body and try to do a slam down. That one's really fun. That was a pretty epic. And everyone just running away while I'm over there just guarding and countering. That was really fun. Other than that, I don't really feel much about these tentacle monsters. And I'll just say this, like I'm not really into like these type of tentacle monsters type of games. So I think New Ultra, I think Shihu might be even lower, because Shihu is actually a lesser version of New Ultra, in my opinion. New Ultra at least got that visual of fires everywhere and then doing the full body slam at you. And sometimes he just doing like a slithering away and open up like inside out and then jump at you. That one's really fun. Shihu just swinging tentacles and shooting projectiles at you, which wasn't epic. And I think this guy's better, at least in terms of visual wise. I think this is also better too, but cannot compete with the rest of them, that's for sure. Ebony Odogara. Ebony's okay. I farmed him a lot for the Ebony set just for burst, but in the end I didn't really use much. I didn't even use the burst set anyway, because I think after that I started farming the Glore sets, which is a lot better in terms of damage. I still need the Ebony set, because Ebony set, I think the burst set is still the best for gun lance. I don't use gun lance that much. I'm mainly using lance, so isn't really much worth it for me. But I still fight him a lot. I think he's not bad. He's considered one of the faster ones, but his moves are relatively telegraphed, and his moves are pretty easy to read. Even during my first encounter, I was able to at least not even perfect counter, but perfect guard him multiple times. So his moves are relatively easy to read. I didn't really have much of an issue with him. And I think, does he have any cool moves to guard? He does have these like jump at you. He's a launch attacks at you that you can guard, which is okay. But I don't think he got anything that's too crazy. I think he's a B. Chicken. I think chicken is pretty standard, right? Yeah, I think. Crematrus is a pretty standard one. I think Crematrus belongs to one of these. To me, like Crematrus, move him here. I think Crematrus to me is kind of like the Coot in Monster Hunter 2, like a very beginner, like a first monster you probably ever fight, which is a Coot in Monster Hunter 2, and I think this one is pretty much Crematrus. Crematrus does have a good weapon though, especially for lance. The fire lance is actually really spicy, but in terms of parrying, doesn't really have much. I think the only good one to feel good, which is having a lot of fun, was his full 360 swing of the tail and then the fire explosion afterwards. That was pretty good. Other than that, just doing the normal pecking and the tail sweep, and then I don't even remember. I think a lot of just more male tail sweeps and then tail slam. That's about it. And the peck is actually hard to counter unless you actually anticipate, because it actually moves pretty fast. So I mean, it's okay. It doesn't really have like any cool moves. You know, that's making me say, "Ooh, that's good." Let's see, Ratio, Rassalos. I think Rassalos could be over here. Rassalos got those fireballs that's really fun to parry, and I think he also has fire breath, which is also really fun. Like any of these, like with a breath attack, and you can just charge at them, making them relatively more fun. Also, once you have the size back into it, making it pretty good. I think the only Russell's issue is that he just kept flying. I think he flies a lot more now in this game. I don't know why, maybe just me. And other than that, I think it's okay. You got like those fireballs. You got your traditional like a charge at you attack. He also exists in Monster Hunter 2, which is giving me that nostalgia feelings. Actually, now I think about it, maybe here. I think over here is good. Over here is good. Same as Guardian. Guardian just have more stuff on the ground. Rathian. Not sure about Rathian actually. Rathian, I think Rathian just have more poison. Other than that, I think she's probably have the same as Rassalos. Isn't doing much. I don't remember fighting them a lot because the gears I want doesn't require them. And back then you actually do want the Rathian sets, because that was actually one of the higher defense sets for earlier games, and I did used to hunt them a lot. But I don't know, I think the only thing that's really fun to parry was the tail sweeps and the roars and the fireball from Rassalos. But other than that, it's okay. And that's okay. Riddle is an S, easy S, lots of cool moves to counter. The wing slice, really fun. The dive bomb, extremely fun. The crazy charge up time railgun, that one, the only issue I have with that one is that he always flies really far when he's doing that charge attack, and that doesn't, like, I can't do my counters after that, and I have to recharge him for it. I don't know why, like a lot of time I'm just unlucky, because a lot of time once he does is like a flying moves away from me, and then he does his charge attack. I reverse that, he's doing the railgun charge right in my face, or at least a little bit closer so I can actually do my follow-ups. But other than that, crazy fight. The environment was extremely fitting for that fight. You have the storm behind you, you have your lightning shooting at you, especially during the final fighting round, where just like a crystals everywhere. That was epic. It was super epic. But I still think the arc feels better. It's more epic, but Riddle is also up there. I think in terms of special effect, definitely Riddle will be higher than this, but I put Riddle more than the Guardian arc because Guardian arc got like those stupid ground stuff. I mean, Riddle also had the ground things during the final stage when I think the crystals are conducting electricity. That's why it explodes twice. But other than that, super fun fight. Even during the beta, it was super fun to fight him, and it was fun. It was satisfying, and yeah, it's just satisfying. The lightning railguns, satisfying. Oh, good. Poison chicken. I don't even know what you're called. What are you called? Rampopolo. Hardly fight him. Don't remember. The rest of these I actually do remember, but Rampopolo I actually don't even remember a lot. So for example, yeah, I don't think I even remember. I think she Rampobolo probably it's maybe more memorable than Arcella. It's not as annoying as this guy. Okay, I should put him like somewhere. I think put these guys here. Because at least the D ones, I actually remember fighting them. And even though they were annoying to fight, but I still remember fighting them. I think the F ones is just I don't even fight them. I don't remember fighting them. And that's about it. I think that's pretty good. Uzduna. Actually, Uzduna is actually pretty good. To me, Uzduna... Okay, some people might find Uzduna annoying because of the water waves, but I actually didn't find those annoying. I find Uzduna to be really cool when he does this full body slams. When he like jump up. I don't know why Uzduna just felt so majestic. It's like, you know the trope where in every fantasy you have that trope of a flying whale? I think that's what Uzduna felt to me, especially when he's doing the jump. Because it felt like slow. It felt like time just slows down when he does the jump. Like jump and then turn around his body like 360 degrees and then do a body slam. And that little bit of time giving you enough time to actually charge up your charge counter. You actually go into a charge counter stance. Or you can go into a power stance. And that felt really good. And that feels so good. And just slams at you and then you do a counter. Bam, bam. This feels superb. And design is also really good. I think if they made Uzduna doing like once he doing the body slam and then doing the slithering move on the ground like some of the other ones in older games does, I forgot what that one's called, then he could be annoying, but oh my god, just purely on the body slams, super nice, super nice. I think Kutku is one of those like standard ones. Doesn't really have much of a move to Parry. I think probably like somewhere around here. Like his move doesn't really change since the PSP eras. He's doing the tail sweep, the charge at you, and then the charge at you spinning fireballs, and then shooting a fireball at you. And that's about it. It doesn't really have much like special moves. And Zosia. That's how you say it. Zosia. I don't remember. I don't remember. I'll put him in F. Oops. I'll put Zoshia in F. Mainly because you only get to fight him once. You fight him once, and at that time you don't really have enough time to learn all his moves. You kind of felt... I mean, it's a good monster, not gonna lie. Got like two different faces. Once you destroy him apart, it shows like a fire burning face, and that's actually pretty cool. But it's just because I didn't fight him enough to learn all his moves to be able to counter him properly, to know like the counter timing and counter like the way how it works. And I wish I could fight him more. I'm sure that if I fought him more, he could rise up into like maybe A. I'm not sure about S. Because I don't remember him doing any like super cool like epic moves that's allow me to counter. Maybe he does. Maybe like a bottom S. But let's be safe and say A. But I wish I can fight him more. I really do. I don't know why I only get to fight him once. Yeah. And this guy haven't existed yet from the look of it. No idea. No clue at all. And that's it. This is my list. This is my list of the ultimate Lancer Parry fun list. Yeah, please disagree with me. Anyway, yeah, that's it. I don't know why I'm doing this, but that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Alright, bye now.